Alright, so I want to talk about emotional intelligence. Like, I was doing a little research, looking into some stuff, and I was just wanting to kind of get an understanding on like how to be emotional intelligence. What is it? What does it mean? That type of time, right? Because I be watching a lot of videos, a lot of podcasts, a lot of interactions that go on the internet, mainly YouTube, some TikTok stuff, some Facebook Reels, all that kind of stuff. And a big point of contention I see is like between male and female conversations is when you have like I guess the red pill type of speakers and they're talking to females, and the female will be like, I feel, and then the dude is like, oh well, you see, that's the difference between men and women because men operate out of logic and women operate out of how they feel, out of how they feel. And so I kind of like it never sat right with me for just I don't know, something about it. For one, it be kind of the energy that they be having when they be speaking to these females. First of all, it don't really be seeming like it come out of a good place. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, don't really be. I don't be feeling it, but I did a little research into it. Just what I'm saying, looking up some words and stuff like that. So I just kind of want to share what it is that I found. So if you get on Google and you just look up emotion, you know what I'm saying, the word, it'll give you a breakdown of what that word is. My bad, I'm out here fighting wash and stuff. And got a little lotion on. I guess I smell good. Ain't want to be in the mix. But like, anyway, so emotion, like, what does the word mean? And the first thing that you get that I look into is like where the word came from. All right, so it's like it comes from two Latin words, ex meaning out and movere meaning move. So you know what I'm saying. Then it got to like French. They combined the words. They took the X out, so it's like it movere, something like that, and then it moved into emotion. So it's like to move out. And one of the things that it helps to like educate yourself just on different fields and studies and things of that nature is you kind of just see the connection between things. So one of the things that you'll look into that has a big basis in everything is just your physiology, and that's just like the chemical and physical responses that you have. So when you kind of have a basis in that, you understand a little bit of what it is that they're trying to express. So when you get from move out, what you understand is that feeling, first of all, on a bare level, is a sense. Now, I know that's not typically how we understand it, but when you understand words and comprehend, you understand why the word is used the way it's used. So you got your five senses. You got sight, sound, smell, what, tasting and hearing. Well, feel is a part of touch. That's touch. Now, for my own personal understanding of it and my thought process with it is when you use your five senses, what that does is it sends the electrical signals of your body to your brain. Your brain release all these little synapses to other neurons in your brain. You know what I'm saying? And it's in certain parts of your brain, certain areas of the brain control different things, right? So with these certain areas that's being touched, you see what I'm saying, or being highlighted, you know what I'm saying, a higher concentration of neuron activity. That's the touch that people speak to. So when they like, you touch my heart, you're not literally touching somebody's heart. What you're doing is you're sending the reaction that they're having to the outside stimulation. The outside stimuli that they're having is causing a reaction neurologically in certain areas of their brain. And what you understand about your brain is if you watch like a bunch of like the little visual tricks and stuff that they tell you, they teach you that your brain picks up on patterns. Like your brain is designed to identify patterns because it's trying to process the information as quick as it can. So the quicker that it can see something, identify what it is, the faster it can make a decision as to what to do to move on next. You know what I'm saying? What decision to make, what steps to follow after that. So a lot of times your brain will kind of assume things. You know what I'm saying? So and the way it stores that information is the pathways that it takes, and that gets into like neuroplasticity. If you do some enough times, then it'll develop a certain path that these electrical signals will take to your brain, and it evokes a certain response. So that's why when you start getting into things like trauma and things of that nature, you've had so many experiences with this certain type of stimuli that your brain has created a specific pathway that it handles this information in the way that it goes. So now you're like, okay, this reminds me of something. It's a pattern recognition. You perceived a pattern, and now you have a neurological response. That's your neuroplasticity. That's why, to do inner work and therapy and all these types of things, all they really doing is teach you how to rewire your brain. That's a literal thing. Neuroplasticity. Once you do it enough times, it rewires it. When you learn new information, you're rewiring your brain. And as you consistently do it, it has a longer impact on your brain, or a more structural impact on your brain. You'll develop actual new neural pathways. Now, initially, you have long term, you got short term. Short term is more of just the chemical part. You start, sending chemicals to different places, and different places pick it up. But if you do it enough times to really burn it into your brain, what you do is you create new structures sometimes. So the reason I was saying about like feeling, and why, like how we try to say like, oh, men are logical, women are more emotional. Well, realistically, we're all the same thing. A lot of times, what these things do in us is evoke a sense of fight or flight. Fight or flight, same thing. It's a neural connection. You know what I'm saying? It evokes a certain response in your body. You know what I'm saying? It reacts to the thalamus, and then it sends transmissions to your adrenaline glands, and it has all these different things. You get tunnel vision, it dilates your pupils. They say you have a loss of hearing, but your blood start pumping different. Your heart beat faster, your lungs start working harder. Why? Because it's trying to get more energy into specific parts of your body in order for you to either fight and give your body, your muscles, certain muscles, more energy. So like it'll take a lot of blood from your digestive system, a lot of energy that's being powered to digest your food. It'll divert a lot of that to energy, to like your arms and your legs and stuff like that. So you can, if you gotta run, you can run, and you can utilize more energy. Your liver start producing more glucose with your sugar to your blood to have that pushed through your body, so your muscles have more energy to use. So if you're gonna run, it's giving you more energy to run. If you're gonna fight, it's giving you more energy to fight. It's giving you more power in the muscles that you're gonna need. Now the thing about that is, realistically, that's a human response. It's not a male or female response. Now the difference that I see maybe is with males, and just our biology, we're kind of more of a fight type of uh, sex. That's just more geared towards what our gender is and supposed to do, and how we're biologically built to handle those responses. So it's not so much that we aren't emotional, but it's kind of like a predisposed ability to kind of fight the natural instinct of your body to do this or to do that. Whereas women, where they haven't necessarily, biologically throughout history, that's not what they've been having to do. When you in the woods, and a wolf come up with your fight or flight, even in that you have to make a wise decision. So, and that comes with experiences. If you're a man and you have to go out in the woods all the time, you start understanding, okay, am I in a good spot to be trying to run, and do I have equipment to fight back? What's the best way to fight? Is it multiple levels? You have to kind of calm yourself down in that situation in order to receive more information, because your body is automatically, off the stimulus it's receiving, going to react a certain way. It's going to look at less, it's going to hear less, it's going to see, it's going to do different things. Whereas a woman, that's not necessarily what you've been having to do. So like, emotional intelligence is understanding that these responses you're having, you can learn to understand where it's coming from, what's the trigger, what is it triggering, what's the pattern that you're picking up on, why are you picking up on that, and how to rewire your brain and plasticity.